times. There have been times where we've been in the hole as well. But to have a start like that and then kind of let it go in the second quarter, I mean, that was the quarter that, put us in the hole. It was a negative 13. And I think we had 6 turnovers in that quarter. We had 2 in the first. And so the formula for the game was pretty set. And that's something that's plagued us all year long. It's just having that segment of the game or one quarter that just kind of put us in the hole, and we just haven't been able to do enough to overcome. We had a pretty good third and a decent fourth. There was some mishaps on defense in the fourth as far as switching that gave them a few buckets. And then we fouled a lot. 43 free throws, that's a lot. But they missed a lot. So it wasn't like, the free throw game totally crushed us because they missed so many. But the second quarter was, as you said, once we had the start, the second quarter just put us in such a hole. And it was a bit deflating for the guys, but I thought we got it back at halftime.
Cade was sensational and emotional in the way he took over in that second half.
Yeah.
What did he show you as a coach?
Well, he's just, he showed me even more in the locker room just now. He talked passionately about, the things we need to do and how everybody has to be, in the boat and accountable for where we are. You have to be real about where we are. Nobody wants something like this attached to them. The bottom line is it's my job. It's my responsibility. When you look at the record, coaches are graded on their records. That's the bottom line. But in relationship to Cade, he got in some foul trouble early, and I knew he was going to put it on his shoulders to get us back in it in the second half, and he did a wonderful job.
Coach, how heavy was that number 27 weighing on you guys coming into the game tonight?
I'm sure it was. I mean, again, when you look at records, you think of coaches, you know what I mean? But I'm sure the players don't want that attached to the name on the jersey. And was it, heavy? It's been heavy for a while. It's just the nature of this kind of losing streak. And, it's not going to change because we're grading the level of it. We got to do what we got to do to change it.
Do you think, Monty, to any extent that late in the game when they are so close, I mean, I think it was within 3 with 154 left, that they get a little tight because of what's on their shoulders right here, right now?
I would imagine that that's a part of it, but that's part of NBA basketball. I mean, if you're ever going to be what you want to be someday, you're going to have to deal with that level of tight, you know what I mean? We had a number of opportunities on offense. We missed open looks at the free throw line. We had a couple of situations that we turned the ball over. Like we had opportunity. I don't think that was tight. We just missed, you know what I mean? So, but is it heavy? Yeah, I would imagine for everybody it is. Nobody wants this kind of thing attached to them. And, I was brought in here to change this thing. And it's probably the most on me than anybody. The players are playing their hearts out. I got to get them in a position where they don't feel tight or heavy. But, it's where we are. That's the reality of the situation.
Defensively, what are you seeing, especially a lot of the breakdowns, just straight line drives?
Yeah, I mean, the straight line drives were, that's with any team in the NBA. You got to be able to guard for at least 2 dribbles. I was more concerned with the times where we didn't switch when we were supposed to and gave them space. We had a few breakdowns that just cost us, whether it was Cam Johnson slipping out for a shot or somebody, we didn't read it, they got to the paint and they found somebody for a 3. Those are things that, we have to continue to teach. We've gone over it, and I got to do a better job of making sure guys know what they're supposed to do.